Hello everyone, I am K. Yogeshwar, Assistant Professor. In the previous video, we have discussed integration by partial fraction substitution method. That is partial fraction by substitution method. Okay. That means we have two subtypes in the partial fractions method. That is integration by decomposition method. Okay. In integration by decomposition method, we have one subtopic that is in the partial fraction by substitution method. Okay, we have completed that method, that is partial fractions method. Okay, in the first video of unit 1, we have discussed that already. I told you that to convert the given functions into standard forms, we have three types. We have three methods. Okay, so what are the methods? First one is integration by substitution method. Already we have completed that integration by substitution method in unit 1, right? And what is second method? Integration by decomposition method or integration by partial fractions method, which we have completed in the previous session. Okay, that is unit 2, first method, integration by decomposition method or partial fractions method. Then what is the third method? Integration by parts method, which we are going to discuss in this session. Okay, so these three methods are used to convert the given functions into standard forms. Okay, so what are the three methods? Integration by substitution method, which we have completed in unit 1, right? Integration by decomposition method, that is integration by partial fraction method. And third method is integration by parts method. These second and third methods are we are discussing in unit 2. Okay, so second method is completed and let us discuss the third method, that is integration by parts method, which is very important topic. Okay, see here integration by parts method. That means we have to divide the given functions as parts. How many parts? We have to divide it in two parts. Okay. So first let us consider two functions here. Let us consider u and v as two differentiable functions. Okay. So let us consider these two are two differentiable functions. Here u and v are two differentiable functions of x. Differentiable functions of x. Then let us differentiate this u and v together. So what do you get? That is d by dx of u into v. So d by dx of u into v formula for u into d by dx of v plus v into d by dx of u. That is we can write it as u into dv by dx plus v into du by dx. Right? That is which value? D by dx of u into v. Okay. Here, to use this integration by parts method, we will need only two values, that is u and v. We divide this u and v. But to find this u and v, let us integrate on both sides. Okay. So integrate on both sides. So you get integral d by dx of u into v into dx, that equals to integral u into dv by dx into dx plus integral v into du by dx into dx. Okay. We are integrating the function, right? Here, integration of this d by dx and here integral dx integration and this d by dx will cancel because both are opposite to each other, right? So you will get only uv. Then here we can cancel this dx, so you will get u into dv here plus here you will get v into du. Okay, from that, we can write this integral u dv value as integral u into dv as take this function to LHS. So you will get uv minus integral v into dv. That is integral u dv equals to what? uv minus integral v into du. Very important formula which we have to use to solve the problems. Okay, so remember this formula, integral u dv equals what? uv minus integral v dv. To use this formula, remember, to use this formula, first we have to divide the given function into two parts. Okay, then only we can use this formula. Why? Because in the given formula we have u and division. That means u is one function and dv as another function. Okay, so first to use this formula, first we have to divide the given function, that is we have to divide the given question into two parts. Okay, then we can use this method. Okay, then here we have integration bypass method. So when we have to use this integration bypass method, when if in the given question it is if the given question is a product of two different kinds of functions. Okay, here I am saying that two different kinds of functions, that means two different functions will be there and in between them product should be there. Remember, okay, when we have to use this integration bypass method, if the function contains product of two different kinds of functions, okay, then only we have to use this integration bypass method by making them separate, then use this formula. Okay, see, I'm saying that two different kinds of functions. So how many different kinds of functions will be there? Let us discuss. Okay, first remember this. Remember this one. ILH. Remember this was ILATE, I-L-A-T-E, ILATE. Here, where I is inverse trigonometric functions. I is what? Inverse trigonometric function. Where I is what? Inverse trigonometric functions, and where L is logarithmic function. Where L is a logarithmic function and A is algebraic function. And A is algebraic function. And T is trigonometric functions. T is trigonometric functions. And E is exponential functions. Okay. So remember these five. I means inverse trigonometric functions, L logarithmic functions, A algebraic functions, T trigonometric functions, and E is exponential functions. And remember this order. ILATE. This is the order. Okay, ILATE. First I, then second L, third A, next T, then E. Okay, so we have to remember this order. So why we have to remember this order? Means I mentioned that we have to use this integration bypass method when two different kinds of functions will be given, right? So two different kinds of functions will be given as a product. Then in that case, which function we have to take as u, which function we have to take as d. To decide that, we have to use this condition. Okay, so we have to follow this condition. First I, L, A, T, E. That means if in the given question, first observe two functions will be there, right? So if in the function inverse trigonometric function is there, first we have to consider that inverse trigonometric function as u. Okay, inverse trigonometric function is not there. Okay, then algebraic function is there. Then we have to give first preference for algebraic function. If these two are not there, then what is the next one? Algebraic function. So first we have to give preference for algebraic function. Okay, so that's why we have to remember this order. Okay, first suppose if we have one inverse trigonometric function and one trigonometric function, we have to take inverse trigonometric function as u, then remember values as dv. Okay, so remember this order, very important order, and remember these two things. I think all of you know what is meant by inverse trigonometric functions. So what are the inverse trigonometric functions? Like this, sin inverse of x or cos inverse of x, etc. Sin inverse of x, cos inverse of x, tan inverse of x, cot inverse of x, secant inverse, like that. So those are inverse trigonometric functions. The second one is what? Logarithmic function. Logarithmic functions means what? So that is log x or log one value or log 2, something whatever. If you have logarithmic functions, the log 1, log 2, log 3, these are logarithmic functions, right? Next, third one, algebraic functions we have. So algebraic function is nothing but what? X or x square, x to the power of n, and so on. These are algebraic functions. Then we have trigonometric functions. Trigonometric means sin x, cos x, tan x, cot x. These are trigonometric functions. The last we have exponential functions. Exponential functions is one e power of x or e power of x square or e power of 2x and these functions. These are exponential functions. Okay. So this is the introduction of integration by parts. Okay, so we have to remember that formula. That's integral u dv equals to ub minus integral v du. Remember that formula and remember the condition that if in the given question it is a product of two different kinds of functions. These are two different kinds. These are the functions. That is one logarithmic function, one trigonometric function, or one inverse trigonometric function, or one algebraic function. And it is a combination of any two functions, any two different kinds of functions. Okay, if in the given question, if the question is product of two different kinds of functions, then we have to use integration by parts method. Remember, okay, it should contain compulsory two different kinds of functions to use this formula. Okay, then to use this formula, we have u into dv, right? So which we have to take u, which we have to take as dv. To decide this, we have this order, that is highlighted. Inverse trigonometric function, logarithmic function, algebraic function, trigonometric function, and exponential functions. So remember that formula and this condition, that is order, and what is the condition? Two, it is a product of two different kinds of functions. Okay, so remember these three conditions. Okay, so let us solve this problem. Let us solve one problem by using this formula. Evaluate integral log x into dx. Evaluate integral log x into dx. See, we have formula for integration of 1 by x, right? What is integration of 1 by x? Log x. But here we have integration of log x into dx is that. So how to solve this problem? We cannot directly integrate log x, alright? So to solve this, we have to use this integration bypass method. Sir, but already you told that to use this integration bypass method, two different kinds of functions will be there, right? Yes. But here only one function is there, that is log x. So what will be another function? So in this case, we have to take that second dx. Dx is there, no? So we have to take that dx as second function. Okay. So let us take here. First, we have only one function, so no need of that other highlight. So let us consider that function as u only equals like u equals to log x. Then second will be dv. This what is the formula? Integral u dv. So u is one function, dv will be another function, right? So u is log x here and dv is dx. Okay. Then what is the formula here? We have to use integral. Integral u dv is the formula, right? That is ub minus integral v into dv. That means we require u, we require dv, and yes, we require ub and we require v, we require du. Total 4 values we have to take. We require. That is u value we know, dv value, u and dv. Okay, so we have to find du value. That means differentiation of these two. What is du? Differentiation of log x is 1 by x into dx. We got du. Then we have dv, that is called dx. But we have to find this v value. Okay. Then how can we find this v value? We have dv here. So by just integrate this function. Okay. By integrating this, we can find v value directly, right? So let us integrate it. Integral dv equals to integral dx. Okay. So integral dv equals to dx means that equals to you will get v equals to x. That is v equal to x. We got d value, du value, u value, and dv value. All the four values we know, right? So let us take the integral. So consider that integral as I. So I equal to integral log x into dx. So which is in the form of integral log x means u, dx means dv, which is in the form of integral u dv. What is the formula? Ub minus integral u dv. So let us use this formula. Integral u dv equals what? U into v. What is u value? Log x, and v value is x minus integral v x du 1 by x into dx. X and get cancel. So you get x into log x minus here integral of 1 into dx. That equals to x into log x minus integration of 1 into dx is x plus constant of integration c. Take x common from these two terms. So you will get log x minus 1 plus. So that is the integral of given function. So integration of log x into dx is what? X into log x minus 1 plus c is the integral for the given question. Okay. So let us see one more problem here. Evaluate integral of sin inverse of x into dx. Evaluate integral of sin inverse of x into dx. Same, similar to previous one. We have one function sin inverse of x, right? We have to integrate that function. So directly we cannot integrate that function. So that's why we have to use integration by Pascal. But we need two functions. So we have only one, that is sin inverse of x. So we have to consider the second function dv as dx. Okay, so let us do that. Let u equal to sin inverse of x. Then dv will be dx. Okay, we require du and v, right? So let us differentiate this. So du will be differentiation of sin inverse of x is what? Under root of 1 minus 1 by under root of 1 minus x square into dx. Then to find v, let us integrate this. So integral dv equals to integral dx. That equals to v equal to x. Okay, now let us consider the integral as I equals to integral sin inverse of x into dx, which is in the form of integral sin inverse of x is u, dx is d, which is in the form of integral u dv. What is the formula? Ub minus integral v dv. So that is the formula. Okay. Now use the formula. U value. What is u value? Sin inverse of x minus integral v value is x into du 1 by under root of 1 minus x square into dx. So let us solve this one. So here u value is sin inverse of x. What is v value? X. Let us write x. That equals to x into sin inverse of x minus integral x by under root of 1 minus x square into dx. Okay. Now, how to evaluate this integral? That's integral of x by under root of 1 minus x square into dx. How to evaluate? See, to evaluate this, first observe the function carefully. We have x into dx in the numerator and x square in the denominator. X square. That means in that function itself, we have function and its derivative. So what will be the function? X square will be the function, right? So let x square, let t equal to x square. For this function only, okay, let t equal to x square. Then dt equals to what? 2x into dx. From that x into dx is what? dt by 2. Right? So let us substitute these values in this. Right? X into sin inverse of x as is, then integral x into dx. X into dx value is what? dt by 2 whole by under root of 1 minus x square is there. Okay, so 1 minus x square is 1 minus cu. Alright, so now let us do one thing. If you take t equal to 1 minus x square, directly we can solve that, right? So let us do that. So let us take t equal to, let us take t equal to 1 minus x square. Then what will be differentiation? Differentiation of 1 will be 0 minus differentiation of x square is 2x into dx. But we need only x into dx. So take this minus 2 to LHS. So we get minus dt by 2. Okay, let us substitute these values. So x into sin inverse of x minus integral. Here x into dx is what? Minus dt by 2. 4 by under root of 1 minus x square value is what? T. So root t. And x into sin inverse of x. Here minus into minus plus. The right is 1 by 2 outside. So 1 by 2 of integral 1 by root t into dt. Then how to solve this 1 by root t? Directly we don't have any formula. Okay. So write this root t as e to the power of 1 by 2. Okay. Then take that e to the power of 1 by 2 to the numerator. So here we will get x into sin inverse of x plus 1 by 2 into integral of right to root t as e to the power of 1 by 2, then take it to numerator. It becomes e to the power of minus 1 by 2 into 2. So which is in the form of x to the power of n formula. So what is x to the power of n formula? X to the power of n plus 1, that is e to the power of minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by minus 1 by 2 plus 1 plus constant of integration c. That equals to x into sin inverse of x. Here minus 1 by 2 plus 1, that means plus 1 by 2. Take plus 1 by 2 to numerator, becomes 2 by 1. So 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 will cancel. Then you will get t to the power of minus 1 by 2 plus 1 is plus 1 by 2. Plus then x into sin inverse of x plus t to the power of 1 by 2 is root t plus c. Then what is the value substitute here? X into sin inverse of x plus under root of 1 minus x square plus c. Okay, so that is the integral of given function. Okay, so if in the given function only one function is there, treat that function as u, then treat another function dv as dx. Then use integral u dv formula. Okay. Let us see one more problem. Evaluate integral cos inverse of x into dx. Evaluate integral cos inverse of x into dx. Similar to previous problem. First we have to consider that cos inverse of x as t. Okay, then dv equal to dx. Then find du value, then find v value, then find integral u dv formula. Then solve the problem. Okay, so solve this problem similar to previous problem. So let us end this session with this problem. In the next session, we will continue the same topic. We will discuss some more problem in the next session. Okay, thank you. Bye.